For the last 7 years, my next guest has played Jackie on That 70s Show. She also provides the voice of Meg in the Fox series Family Guy, which is returning this Sunday. Thrilled to have her back. Please welcome the lovely Mila Kunis. My God, you look fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah. And
You're fabulous.
All right, good. How are you? Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you know, I don't want to bust you here for anything, but an intern on our show came. We have interns. An intern on our show came into the office like a couple of weeks ago and said, I just saw Mila Kunis serving drinks at a bar. She's a bartender downtown.
Yeah.
And all of us were like, nah, that's not true. And our intern swears it's true. Is it true?
Yeah. Well, yes, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you're bartending on the side?
Well, yeah, it's not like I get paid for it. I just do it because it's fun. And then my friends and I drink for free, so it's a good way to get plastered.
Right. I never thought of that before. Though. So now winos everywhere will be like, I'm a bartender too. So that's how did this all come about in the first place?
A friend of mine works at this bar down in the Lower East Side, and just one day I went behind the bar and started making drinks, and I'm kind of good at it, so I just did it.
What kind of drinks do you make? Are you good at any one drink? Or you
I kind of make a peanut butter and jelly shot that's really good, and not very many people know it, but I just learned it.
Right.
So.
Would you think a guy was like, what would you think if a guy came in and asked for an appletini? If a guy asked for one?
I would send him to my friend to make it, because that I don't know how to do.
But you wouldn't think less of the guy if the guy wanted an appletini.
I think he'd be, a little, but I wouldn't think less of him. Do you like appletinis?
Oh, I don't know. I don't. Give me a whiskey or I love an appletini. Such refreshing. Now, what do people think when they come into a bar and people must recognize you?
They do, but they don't believe it. They're like, oh, she's much prettier, but can you get me a drink? And I'm like, oh, okay.
Right.
Like some people, they don't, they can't grasp it. But some people believe it, and I'm like, yeah, and they're like, no, you're not. And then we get into an argument over it.
They yell at you and
you're
not.
I'm like, what do you want me to say, yes or no? And they're like, well, just say the truth. I'm like, yes? No! Like, they just don't.
Right, so it's a weird thing all around.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's just going to become a celebrity trend, like,
I know somebody else does bartend in New York that's a celebrity in another bar. I think people just do it because.
I mean, like other jobs, like you go to a mattress store and Ashton Kutcher's there, and he's like, try this, it's firmer,
Might as well try it with Kutcher, I guess.
Sure, yeah, why not? Now, I understand you went to Disneyland recently.
Yeah.
I haven't been I think I went like in spring break in college.
Yeah.
I went to Disneyland after I had an appletini, and you see what kind of guy I am. First the appletini, then Disneyland. Well, how was it? Was it fun?
It was so much fun. It's fun because we didn't have to stand in any lines. It was my friends and I ended up going, and my friend Will works for Disney now, and he got us all these tickets.
Do you get self-conscious at all, like cutting in?
I do it first, and then I don't. Because,
At least you're honest, yeah.
I'm like, oh, I feel bad. Let's go on it again.
Right.
Like, you just kind of go with the flow of, it's great. Oh, my gosh, it's great.
Right.
And then, actually, a friend of mine who was with us, we got the privilege. We had little kids with us. We had 2 5-year-olds, and it was their birthday. And so they're like, do you guys want to meet the characters? And we're like, sure. So they brought us into this private room in the back of Disneyland with, like, Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Pluto, and, like, Mary Poppins, right?
Right.
And, you hug these little plastic characters and whatnot. And then my friend's, like, trying to hit on Minnie. And I'm dead serious about this, like, little plastic mouse.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, let's go out afterwards. Oh, wait, I don't want to break you and Mickey up. And she just points to her hand, and she's like...
Because there's no ring there, right?
No, and then Mickey and Minnie start sparring, and these little kids got a little freaked out. Like, it was funny for the adults, but the little kids did not get it.
Wait, so Minnie was sort of saying, like, I'm available in front of Mickey?
Yeah, but then they got,
That's terrible.
Well,
and then the 5-year-olds are like, Minnie's a whore! It's true.
Yeah, they got a little freaked out.
Yeah. And I love that Mickey's kind of jealous, and he's got his own issues.
What are you gonna do?
If he's not going to commit, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And Goofy's probably like, I've seen this before. Those two need help. That sounds like a lot of fun. All right, I got to go back.
It was so much fun.
Now, this weekend, I understand you're doing. This is cool. You're the voice. You're a voice on the Family Guy. Yeah. Very popular show, and you guys are doing a stage reading, which means that you'll see all the actors. Is that right?
Yeah. You know what? It's really fun if you're a fan of the show and if you love the show. I completely recommend you going. If you don't like the show, don't go because you're not going to have fun.
Right.
It's seriously. It's for. You know, it's one of those things where you get to see the actors on stage just read a script.
Right.
But it's great because Seth MacFarlane does 400 voices.
Right.
And it's just really fun to see such talented people on stage.
Well, you know, I used to think, when I used to work on The Simpsons years ago, and I would think, and every now and then I'd hear that the actors, that the actors were going out to do a reading somewhere, and I would kind of think, well, who really wants to see that as compared to an episode? When you actually see it, and we've had a bunch of the actors here from The Simpsons doing the voices, Dan Castellaneta, people like that, they do the voices, and people go crazy because they're seeing the voices come out of a person.
Unbelievable. People in the audience, we did it in L.A., and we did it in Montreal, and they were crazy.
Right.
They went, the first sentence Stewie had to say, you could not get in words and edgewise for, a good 20 minutes. People just went crazy.
Right. Well, people should check it out. That 70s show airs Wednesday nights at 8 on Fox, and The Family Guy premieres this Sunday night at 9 on Fox. Mila, that was really fun. Thanks for doing it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we'll see you next time. Mila Kunis. We'll be right back. The Ravenettes. Stick around.